Hello, my name is Craig J. Davis and welcome to my channel. As you can see, I'm in shirt and tie, black shirt, black tie. And that's because I've been to a funeral. And that funeral that I've been to is Andy's funeral. Now, as I said in my previous video, Andy isn't his real name. I'm just using that to protect his family in case they come across this video and they may not want their sons, I'm talking about the parents, yeah? They may not want their son to be identified in this video. Even though it would just be his real name, that may upset them. So I'm using Andy, and I'm using the name Andy again because that's what I used in my previous video. So yes, but this funeral, this arm's getting tired now, right? This funeral isn't like other funerals that I've been to before. Because whereas in the past I've been to, a church and the crematorium and the cemetery or the crematorium, his funeral was held at the pub where he worked in. And so I was told to, because I was foretold about his funeral. Forgive the clothes on the chair. I'm sorting them out to take down to the charity shops. But so anyway, I'm getting back on track. I was foretold to get to the pub at 11 a.m. So yeah, that's the time that I went to the pub. And what happened? What happened then? What was then arranged was that a hearse would be driving past the pub, and so we all, stood outside to show our respects. And I was going to film it, but I thought, I better not, in case someone might have rejected to it. So I didn't film. But as a hearse, but I was taken aback when the hearse was coming towards us, because as the hearse was passing us, people were clapping, and I was like, what are you clapping for? I mean, did I miss something? Is there something that we should be celebrating? I mean, if this guy, he killed himself. It's not as if he had a heroic death, right? It's not as if he died for his country. It's not as if he sacrificed his own life to save other people, right? If he did things like that, then yeah, that would be something to cheer for, because that is a sign of courage, and that is a sign of bravery. But he didn't do any of those things. He committed suicide, all because he had a depression. That is a mental illness that can be cured. His death was totally unnecessary. And what he did was a waste of a life. You know, I mean, why were people clapping? It's a tragedy. You shouldn't be clapping. It's an absolute, you know, yeah, it's, it's devastating. It's a tragedy. It's not something that people should be clapping over. People should be grieving and crying. Me, on the other hand, I just stood there in silence. Right, that's the way I showed my respect. But no, I didn't agree with people clapping. I mean, if people want to clap, that's up to them. But it's not something that I agree with when someone commits suicide, all because he needed help and he wasn't getting it. Right, and as I said previously before, and I'll say again,